Hey guys, Alex here, GuitarForce.com. So in today's video I'm going to show you an excerpt from the lesson on a song called Midnight Lightning by Jimi Hendrix. And this was kindly requested and supported by Rick. So big thanks goes out to him for the support. And like I said, this is going to be just an excerpt from the lesson. The full lesson is available at GuitarForce.com. You can find the link in the description box down below. And this is from one of his last albums, the studio albums, South Saturn Delta, which is kind of a compilation. And the version of this song is where Jimmy is just playing on the guitar and singing, and nothing else. So there is no band. There is another version of this song, which is with the full band and everything, but this is just, I believe it was the last song on the album where he just plays on the guitar and sings. It's a really cool song. And with the full download you'll be getting the full video lesson, obviously, with all the tabs, and also the playthrough, the full playthrough, which I'm gonna post also to my other channel. And if you're interested, you can check it out. I'll post the link in the description box down below. Also, speaking of Jimi Hendrix, if you haven't had a chance to check out my course, which I did on Jimmy's style of playing, which is called Get Experienced, it's a huge lesson in 2 parts, more than 4 hours of information. It's a really cool one. I suggest you check it out. I will leave also the links in the description box down below. For this song, we're gonna be in half-step down tuning on all the strings. For the sound, I was using again the VST plugin Guitar Rig. I'm going to show you the picture of the preset right now. And while you are checking out the picture, I'm going to play you my low E string so you can tune up and play along with this lesson. Alright, so as always, we're going to break up the song into parts. We're going to start off with the intro. And before we start breaking down the song itself, just want to mention that in this song in particular, Jimmy is playing kind of the same figure over and over again, but with the different feels. So the foundation, some of the things are repeated all the time. It's like a riff, but it's more of a figure, and Jimmy's playing, of course, different feels and endings and stuff like that. So a lot of things are going to be repeated. So I'm going to show and explain the main figure, how it goes, and then I'm not going to be explaining it in detail anymore. But I will be explaining, of course, the different feels and endings and stuff like that. Also, just keep in mind that you know, Jimmy's rhythm work is really good, and he would vary the rhythms a lot in general in his playing. But for this song in particular, he would switch between like straight 16th notes or 8th notes, and also would use the swing fill. So I'm gonna point out some of the rhythmical figures differences here. But let's start with the first part, with the first figure. It's gonna go like this. Alright, so here he starts off with this double stop, which is the 6th, and it's played on the A string, 5th fret, and on the G string, 4th fret. So here he plays 16th notes, so he slides into the double stop and plays 16th notes, 4 16th notes. Then he continues playing again the double stop. And also, by the way, when you see in the tablature some of the notes are sort of like missing, or they're kind of like double stops, you know, it's just because he would fret sometimes, you know, the lower string by an accident, and You will see that in the tablature, but it's not necessary to play all of the notes which are written out in the tabs. They're just for the guidance, and you know, they're a little bit more precise in written out music. But when you play, it's not necessarily that you necessarily have to play that note. It's just like a double stop or you know, like a bum note here and there. Alright, so like I said, we are sliding into this double stop, playing 16th notes. So he starts off with the straight 16th notes, and then by the end he goes into the triplet feel, so like that. Then we have a stop, and then we have a trill. So the trill is happening on the A string between 5th and 7th frets. And then we go into the next bar, which goes. So starts off with a low E string open. Then we have a grace note, meaning a quick hammer on from 5 to 7 on the A string. And then we have kind of like a bass phrase. So it goes on the 3rd fret on the low E with the slide bend. And then we have, so on the 5th fret on the low E. So here we're going into the triplet feel now, kind of like a swing feel, like I said. So 5th fret, pull off to the open, and then we do on the A string also. Then we have, so back to the low E string, 5th fret with a slide bend, kind of gradual bend. Then you are going back to the initial note, 5th fret, to the 3rd fret with the bend, and then pull off. And a lot of these pull-offs and the open strings are happening, you know, because just switching from, you know, they're kind of like a passing notes, but they're there, and when you add the swing feel, you know, they're very short, but they're still present there. Anyway, so one more time, the whole figure from the top slowly is gonna go like this. Okay, then we go back to playing again the first part of the figure. So let me play it through, and then we're gonna break it down. It goes like this. Alright, so as you can see, the foundation, the bulk of the figure is the same, but Jimi, of course, adding some fills and things like that. So starting off again with the double stop. And here we are playing in a swing feel right away. And also in the tabs you will notice that he's playing predominantly on the A string, the first 4 notes. But again, it's just it's a minor detail. You know, you can still play the whole double stop if you want to, but if you have to be really precise, then you just play on the A string, the first 4 notes, and then you add the G string as well. So again, we have here we're sliding into the 7th fret in the end of the figure, sliding into the 7th fret on the A string, adding some vibrato, and then we're sliding out, quickly sliding out on the same string or something like that, doesn't really matter. And then we go into the second part of the figure, which is, so here we are starting off with the 2 8th notes on the low E string, open, straight 8th notes. Then we have 3rd fret with the slide bend again on the low E, then going to the 5th fret, and again we are playing with the swing feel with this first note longer, second note is shorter, so the open string is shorter, and then we have, So sliding into the 7th fret on the A string, 5th fret on D, back to 7 on A, and then we're sliding out on the low E string. So just this part, like that. So the whole figure goes like this slowly. Alright, so now we go on to the next figure. It's gonna go like this. Okay, so here we're starting off again with the same double stop, playing 16th notes. We have 8 16th notes. The second set of 16th notes is played in swing fill, so the first 4 straight, and then we add the swing fill. And I'm not going to be talking about that too much anymore. It's, you know, he's repeating kind of the same feel, so no need to explain it in detail. But then we have the ending. So going into the, we're sliding into the 9th fret on the G string, stand on this note, and then again we do slide up and down. So you're sliding up and then down on the same string. And then we have the second part of the figure, which is so here again a variation in the beginning. So instead of playing 2 8th notes, for example, like we did previously, he's varying here. So he plays an 8th note, then followed by 2 16th notes. And this is throughout the entire song, alright? So just keep that in mind, that he would always change the rhythm a little bit here and there. But generally it's again the same thing. Alright, so I'm not going to be explaining that too much. You can see it in the tabs as well. So the same kind of bass figure. Alright, so just this part. This figure all together slowly is going to go like this. Alright, in the end there, he plays a power chord. So again, either power chord or just open low E string, doesn't really matter. Next figure goes like this. Alright, here again we start off with the first double stop, playing it for 2 beats in swing fill, and then we have this double stop. So it's 4th fret on the A, 2nd fret on the G string, and then he adds open strings here to that double stop. So it goes like that, and then back to the first double stop. Alright, so all together just this part goes like this. And then we have, so here we go to the B string, 3rd fret, but at the same time you're playing the open high E as well. So you get this kind of dissonant sound. But then you go 3-5 on the B string, go into the 3rd fret on the high E. We stay on this note for the whole beat, and then you slide up from this note here, like that. And then we're back to the second part of the riff, which is okay. So nothing changes here, pretty much the same rhythm. So one more time, the whole figure is gonna go like this. Alright, so that was the first part of the song. Now Jimmy goes into the verse. Alright guys, so that was it for this part. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to continue learning the entire song, check out the link in the description box down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please comment, share, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Don't forget to visit GuitarForce.com for more guitar lessons. In the meantime, I'll see you again. Take it easy, and as always, let the force be with you.